G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and I have to do a big apology because the product you're about to see today, I never wanted to do. This video was never meant to happen. I got an email about this. This is like, I think it's like the Blue Bee Armor 2 or something. I'm gonna link it down below. It is one of the cheapest beginner kits we have ever seen. I think it's like around $100. You get a radio, a drone, a little screen, and I must say, on paper, I thought, that looks like absolute garbage. I'm not interested. I don't think people will want to see that. And I wrote back and I said, look, this is not what my viewers want to see. I don't believe in this kit. They did, however, and they asked if you can't do a video on it, can you at least fly it on live stream, see how it goes? And I said, yeah, all right, send a kit and we'll also give one away. So that was great. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring like that giveaway and providing that to go out to somebody else. It was pretty cool just to have a kit to give to someone else to get flying. But here's the part where my mind was blown. This kit was so much fun. It flew well, it was really stable.
Anyway, all right, get out of here. Let's go.
And my kids have been having an absolute blast. Okay, that's enough. And I am actually going to use one of these products going forward that I wrote back to them and I said, you know what? I was wrong. I harshly prejudged your kit. I'm going to do this video now that you are seeing because I actually really do like it. I mean, it's not perfect, but come along on the journey with me. And if you've ever wanted to get into FPV or you want a kit that is fun and is going to get people into the hobby, it's actually worth a look. What we're looking at here, it's the Blue Bee FPV Armor 2 Starter Kit, and it does have everything you need to get flying. And straight off the bat, I want to say there is 2 stars of the show, and it is super cheap, and some of it is garbage. It's not going to last you a long time, but you're going to be having so much fun with it, and you're going to see my kids flying it around. They're having a blast with it as well. This is like their go-to drone that they just want to fly and have some fun, and my kids have actually been fighting over whose turn it is to fly the drone. That's how I know that it's going to be a product that people are probably going to enjoy. So what do you get in the kit? You get a bunch of little accessories, chargers, all that sort of stuff. Like that part's all pretty rubbish. It's about as cheap as you can get. I just spilled it all over the floor. But there's 3 main pieces. So you're going to get your radio. It takes AA batteries. This thing right here, this is about as cheap as you can get. I don't like it. It doesn't feel great in the hand. It is pretty garbage. It's like a terrible remote. We get this tiny little FPV screen, which I must say, I absolutely love. Like, check this out right here. This little screen, I'm gonna bring that with me everywhere. I'm gonna keep that in my FPV bag. If I ever go to a meet, I can just rip it around, watch some people flying. Like, this would be perfect, just a little side monitor. I'm gonna use it on the bench. I actually really like this. It's charged by USB. It doesn't do DVR, but like, remember, this is as cheap as you can get. So I really love this little monitor. Actually, I think that's one of the stars of the show. And then also we get this little drone right here, and it reminds me of the very early days. Let's stick it on some scales. I think it's coming in at about 30 grams with a battery. So let's tear this off. There we go. So it's 34 grams. Don't expect any crazy freestyle or anything like that. Let's cycle through the channels and get the remote bound up. Hello. So you can see right here, we got the FPV, but check this out. Like, this is why I like this drone. It is so easy to fly. You're not going to do any crazy flippy flops or anything like that, but if you just want to get a general learning of some stable flight, this is a perfect gift for people. It has 1-button takeoff. It's not going to be doing beta flight or anything like that, and to be honest, in hindsight, I don't think it needs to for people to be able to enjoy the hobby. Check it out. Is this going to take off? What's the takeoff button? This one. Like, it's a pretty stable little thing right here. So, oh, did I not charge the battery? It's pretty easy to fly. Where's my land button? There we go. Anyway, so like, I'll try and put some flights on the screen while I'm doing this, so my kids having some fun. My kids have been fighting over this a lot, and this was a bit of a wake-up call to me, and I do owe them an apology. Like the Armor Bee right here, my kids have been having a blast with it. It doesn't matter about the stats. I mean, I could put some things on the screen, but it's not going to make a difference. It's got brush motors. It's not going to last forever. The only thing I actually will be using is probably this little screen right here, but the rest of it, I have to say, yeah, I Can't believe I'm recommending this cheap as chips budget drone right here, the B2 or whatever it's called. So that's why you're seeing this video. And I want to say sorry to the guys who made it, because my original impression saying this is junk, no one wants to see this, I was wrong. This I've had a lot of fun with it, and my kids have had a lot of fun flying this thing around as well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I never thought I'd be doing this video. I didn't think it'd exist, but here we are, and it's nice that even after a decade in this hobby, we're still learning every single day. All right, happy flying. Right here, the radio, absolute junk. So look, here's my review of this thing. Straight away, I don't like this radio, and I think there's better kits out there for the money. I don't recommend people to get this kit because it's just spend a little bit more money and you can get something that we're actually going to use in the hobby. This is not going to last. The drone itself, if we have a look here, it's a brushed drone. Yeah, this feels like it is about 10 years old. So even the battery, this really reminds me of like those beginner kits you would see everywhere when people didn't really know that FPV was a thing. All right, I'm going to plug my battery in. What are the batteries? 300 milliamp hour batteries. I wonder if the batteries, ironically, might be one of the best parts about this kit. Let's have a look. But, I mean, free is free, right? You might know somebody that this would be perfect for. You might know a kid out there who's like, hey, I want to fly. Okay, we've plugged it in. Let's see. Are we going to be on the right channel? I bet you it's not. Turn my radio on. And I hope this binds, because if it doesn't, this is going to be my review where I'm like, ugh. Alright, we're getting a lot of flashing. It's going to make me read the manual, isn't it? Can I auto scan? I bet you I can't, please. Oh, A1. That was probably a good choice to do that. I do like this. I could actually see this on a keychain on my FPV backpack. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like if there was a little better way to mount this, it does have a charge by USB. It's got a headphone out. It's got a little port here as well if I wanted to attach it to something. I don't hate this actual little screen. I think that is kind of cool. All right, it looks like we've bound. You guys are just going to have to bear with me here because I don't know how to fly. Let's have a look. Let's kick this out over here. Alright, we're going for this cheap toy review. Here's my review of whatever this is. Makerfire Army Blue Bee FPV drone kit. I actually really like this part. Radio, feels like junk, it's cheap, it takes AA batteries. The drone itself, we'll see how it actually goes. Do I dare fly this FPV? I need to find, I think they have a takeoff button as well. Please don't make me read the manual. I'm going to have to. Takeoff button. One button takeoff. Okay. Alright, that was kind of easy. I mean, it is pretty stable. Can you guys actually see that? I don't know if that's kind of stable. All right, let's see. Can I fly FPV? I think actually I'm flying this. Oh, I hit the like with one stick almost. The video hasn't been terrible. I'm flying around the house. I'm gonna have to look what chat says in just a little. Oh, I crashed into something. Go backwards. No, you're. And we're back. Okay. I'm looking at this. Okay, who is this for? Not. down. That almost looks like it's superimposed there. Like, besides the terrible sound you're going to be hearing, this looks like it's AI. That doesn't look real.
Anyway, all right, get out of here. Let's go.
All right, I'm bringing this back. What? How do I land? Let's see. Does this land? Oh, it kind of does land itself. Okay. All right. That definitely did look CGI, but it wasn't. Okay, here's my review of that. I thought that is a cheap toy drone. What we're talking about this is right here. The Makerfire Armor Blue Bee, whatever this is. It's $100. I think it's $100 for what you got with this tiny little screen here, which is actually my favorite thing. However, the radio, it's junk. Was it fun? And I was ready to be like, this is complete rubbish. Was it fun? Yeah. What did I like about it? I actually liked that, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it was really easy to control in terms of, because it's basically doing the throttle itself. I think my 5-year-old daughter could actually learn to fly, just even doing some line of sight, could have some success with this. Like, if you're just moving forwards and backwards looking at it, okay, it was pretty stable. It didn't have punch. It's not doing anything special. I like the takeoff mode and the land mode, like just press a button. It's going to take care of that. It is a very easy flying FPV experience. Do I recommend it? It's definitely not my jam. If you're an FPV enthusiast, absolutely not. Do I recommend it for my 5-year-old daughter to have some fun with FPV? Weirdly, yeah. I actually didn't mind it. So there we go. There's my little on-stream review for you guys about this cheap little toy. I guess it's heavy. You're not going to have much power. You're going to have to manually cycle through your channels on here. The radio is complete trash. Like, it's not going to feel good. It is made for a child, and it is a cheap child's toy. But as far as a cheap FPV toy goes, I have flown much worse, and I am surprised I didn't hate it. Let me know what it looked like in the chat as well. Like, if you were watching that, for the small part that you could see it here, just let me know. Did it look stable? What do you think about the screen? Just please throw that in the comments, because I would like to know. And if you would like to win one, this is where we get to give one away to you guys right now. Other people saying everybody's got to start somewhere. It's hard to beat a ready-to-fly combo for that price. Yeah, but you're not going to be doing some crazy FPV adventures. This is when people say, I want to start FPV. Should I get this kit? This is my answer is no. This is not a starter kit, in my opinion, because you want to spend a little bit more to actually have a real FPV experience. This is like a very, dare I say, disposable kit. This is not going to last. I don't see any part of this. Maybe the screen for me in my specific situation, but most pilots they're going to want a better screen. I only want this for like testing, taking to races and those things. Most people are going to move on from this. Nothing here is going to be reusable in the long term through the life of the hobby, which is, I still like that in a beginner kit. I like to recommend something like the Radio Master Pocket and that sort of stuff. But as a cheap toy kit, I didn't hate it. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for me. Maybe even 7 if we actually look at what it's doing. I don't recommend it for most of our audience though, but for a cheap toy that kids might get for Christmas, surprisingly decent. Other people saying for that price, I don't think it was a bad deal. Commander saying, I still have one of those little micro drones you buy at the store and I rip around at the office. Like, yeah, this is where it's fun. The screen does actually look pretty cool. Having something like that to give to strangers so they can watch is still something I don't have. Other people saying my Radio Master Pocket comes today. That's a great radio. I don't know what the battery sizes are and everything in terms of this. This is the one piece that I actually want. All right, let's give one of these away. So if you would like to do this, what I recommend, jump over. There should be a link in DIY FPV